Alright, how is it going? Today I want to make a very quick crypto market update. I think it's a good time to do it. So let's start with Bitcoin very simply. So where did we stall here? We stall at the 618 retrace from the top, which means that we now have selling algos in place, which have a target down there at the minus 236, which is also the 618 retracement level from the top. So if you are a bear, this is gonna be your target. If you are a bull, then you have this huge horizontal support level here, which is also the 618 retracement level, and you want to hold this level if you are a bull, and we're gonna form inverted and shoulder pattern to break higher in price. So yeah, that's for Bitcoin. My bias on Bitcoin, I would say slightly bullish, because since June we had this downtrend which was lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and for the first time since June we've put a higher high here. So for this reason I will tend to be slightly bullish on Bitcoin, and I would expect this level to hold here around 7.7k. Litecoin, same thing. We stalled at the 618 retracement from the top. We have a big horizontal support level here at the 618. My bias on this one, so if you're a bear, selling algos have a target down there here. And my bias, I would say slightly bullish as well, because I think this move here in the first half of 2019 comes better as an impulse, and I think this move from second half of 2019 comes better as a 7-wave structure, which means corrective, and also this move of the beginning of this year comes better, I think, as an impulse. Right, which doesn't mean that you cannot count it as some kind of weird A, B, C flat. It's possible as well. So you have to keep this in mind. So if you're a bull, you want this level to hold before we push higher. That's for Litecoin. Report XRP. If TradingView wants to show the chart, yes. So we had this huge trend line which rejected the price for 2 years, and we finally broke it to the upside. Same thing, I mean, we rejected at the 618 level from this top here, which means that we have selling algos in place with a target down there at the minus 236. We have a big horizontal support level here, which was support, resistance, support, which is also the 618 level. So if we're gonna hold this level, we're gonna do something similar as in Bitcoin, with an inverted and shoulder pattern here, which you want to see before we break higher. Bias for me is slightly bullish as well, because, well, as I said, like, we were under this trend line for 2 years. So I have a hard time believing that we're gonna break out of here and just get like 2 or 3 weeks of uptrend out of this break. I think we're gonna push higher more. I mean, that's my bias, but again, there's a bearish argument as well to be done here for Ripple. EOS, same thing, big horizontal support level here, which was support, resistance, and it's also the 618 level. Same thing, we stalled at the 618 level with selling algos. They have a target down there. I think this move to the upside comes better as an impulse, but you cannot exclude the flat here as well. So you have to keep this in mind. If you are a bull, you want to hold this 618 level at $3. Otherwise, down there. Yeah, that's for EOS. Ethereum, I would say looks a bit better because in the case of Ethereum, we clearly broke the 618 retracement level here on the way up. So I would say Ethereum looks slightly more bullish. Sorry, my computer is lagging a lot. Same thing here, big horizontal support level at the 618. If you're a bull, you want to hold this level before we move higher as well. Yeah, that's pretty much for Ethereum. I mean, you cannot exclude a flat as well here, A, B, C. XLM, same thing, very similar to Ripple. We had this big trend line which rejected the price for 2 years. We finally broke out of it. Yeah, same reasoning as Ripple. Like, I would be surprised if you only get 12 days of uptrend out of this. So I would say bias is slightly bullish on this chart. Same thing, I mean, you want to see this inverted head and shoulder form before we move higher. Not sure where we retraced here. Yeah, lower than the 618, probably the 0.5. But yeah, same thing as on Ripple. I would expect more upside for XLM. Yeah, I mean, especially there's this graph as well. I mean, you know, if you count this as a wave 4, it fits all the Elliott wave requirement for wave 4. Like, it's retracing to the wave 4 of a previous degree. It's retracing to the wave 2 of this extended fifth. It's retracing to the 0.5 fib level. Also, if this was the wave 4, it lasted the exact same amount as the wave 2 of the same degree. So yeah, I mean, the chart of XLM is, I would say it's one of my favorite for the bullish case. And it looks quite beautiful here for a bullish case. Waves as well looks very nice for a bullish case. We have 5 waves up, we have 3 waves down, contained with a parallel channel, with a hit right on the tick on the medium line before we move up. So I would say, like, yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to be bearish when I look at this chart. My bias on this is bullish as well, more strongly bullish actually than on most of the coin that I just described. This is BNB. This is BNB. So BNB is same thing. Like, we retrace to the 618 more or less, which means selling algos have a target down there. Yeah, and if you're a bull, you have a big horizontal support level here, which is also the 618 retracement level. So if you're a bull, you want this level to hold before we push higher. Yeah, that's edge bar. Edge bar, same thing. We have this big horizontal support level at the 618. We need to hold this if we want to retain a bullish view on this market. Steam, same thing. Big horizontal support level at the 618. We also retraced to the 618 of this level, which means that selling algos have a target down there. I would say that on Steam, I mean, I'm more bullish as well, because we had this 5 wave decline, which looks very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, either you can this as a flat completed here, or you think it's an impulse and we're gonna go down more after. But even if it's an impulse to the downside after completion of this 5 waves move, I would think that we need to retrace more on the upside. So bias is slightly bullish as well on Steam. Ethereum Classic, well, we retraced up to this huge horizontal resistance level here, which is also the 0.5 Fibonacci level. Selling algos are in place of a target here at the 1.8. If you're a bull, you want to hold this huge horizontal support here at the 618. Yeah, I mean, and it's, again, I mean, you can also count this as an ABC flat, like in which case that would be A, B, C for W, X flat, and wave Y here if you're bearish on this market and you think we're gonna go down more. NEO, well, NEO, same thing, huge support level here at the 618. You want this to hold if you're a bull, otherwise it's gonna be very dicey. And I'm gonna finish with a chart on which I'm very bearish, I have to say. This is TRX. I mean, I always had this current on TRX. I mean, I thought it was gonna be a WXY like this, where this was going to be the B wave and we were gonna have the C wave down there. But no, I mean, we have this move, so I'm very tempted to say that it looks very much like this. We retraced to the 618 here. This move is very well contained with a parallel line. The slope of the second leg is weaker than the slope of the first leg, which is typical of a zigzag. Yeah, I don't see much reason to be a bull on this chart, honestly. So yeah, I'm also bearish on that one. I think we have a lower low to make. I mean, I don't see this as an impulse and this as a correction completed before we move up. I don't know. So yeah, I wanted to present you this chart because, you know, you have to understand that there's both bullish and bearish arguments to be to have on this market, and TRX is a good example where my bias is much more bearish than bullish. So yeah, if you are bullish, if you want to remain bullish on this market, I showed you the level we have to hold, and yeah, I think in most cases we should hold this level, but never say never, right? Everything is possible in this market. Yeah, alright, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this update. Yeah, one last thing. With a friend of mine, we're gonna open a Discord, which is being called Trade Surfers. I mean, we've been working on this Discord like for a few weeks. We've been posting there like charts on both stocks and crypto market here, just because we wanted to see how to organize it and how it was gonna work. So the guy I'm doing this with is him, so it's a certified Elliott wave analyst as well. He's a purple belt on TRADINGVIEW, and yeah, he's a very good Elliott wave analyst as well. And there's already plenty of charts in there, like for stocks and crypto. And yeah, feel free to join. It's open, it's free. So yeah, excited to welcome you in this Discord group. Alright, that's it for today. I will probably put the link of the Discord in the description, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.